Hello everybody, this is Chris Kane with an A Squared Production, and today I'm going to be giving you some Battlefield 4 gameplay and a little insight as to the way I do things. Oh, but Chris, this is a Call of Duty channel. No, it's not. I had talked to Austin and the other Austin recently, and they had basically told me, hey, you can get on this YouTube thing that we're doing. We're having a Call of Duty channel. At first I thought about it, but then I realized how bad I am at Call of Duty, so I suggested Battlefield 4, and they were up for it, so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to record the first game that I'm on. So this is my first game I played the other night. So I'm first starting out, helping my boys out at B. I get a couple kills here, go on a pretty good streak. So I try to go and get the AA right here, but my teammate decides that he's going to take it, so that's all good. So I pretty much have nowhere to go, so I just head back to B just because there's some people there. And I just decide to pretty much just watch it. I end up taking out this guy, then there's a guy in the room that I take out. This MTAR is extremely good for close quarters. If you guys haven't used it, or if you guys have seen it, unlocked it, and been like, no thanks, try it out. For close quarters, it's pretty good. Medium range, not so much, but if you throw an angled grip on it, it does really well. If you just spray, you'll be able to pick people off at a pretty good distance. As for the silencer and the red dot, that's pretty much optional. I mean, I just prefer silencers on almost all my guns and red dot sights, so that's just my personal opinion. So then I decide I gotta get out towards B, so I decided that I'm gonna go over and attack C after swimming and seeing that D's already been taken. I noticed this attack wheel coming up on the right side because I checked out my radar, and I pretty much just dive underneath water. Whenever you have a vehicle near you and you're in water, always dive down. Don't think that it doesn't see you, because odds are they do. So I end up taking that vehicle out and I make my way towards C. So we're swimming over towards C. Go up, and just about here I realize that I only have 17 shots left, so I quickly pick off that guy, request for ammo, but of course nobody gives it to you because nobody really pays attention to that in this game. I don't even know why I did it. Pull out my Glock since I don't have any more ammo, I get the suppression, and then notice that guy on the radar. I end up going in and I help capture this objective. A little bit later on, I end up deciding I'm going to spawn at B just because I noticed that some people are attacking there on the radar. So quickly pick off 2, go and I take cover since I only have 7. Later on, I'm sitting here spraying these guys. Same thing, MTAR, just protecting B. On this map too, the main center point is B. That's where most of your enemies are going to be, as in like close quarters combat, gun on gun. So that is what I'm talking about the MTAR. See, I was a pretty good distance away, and I was still able to get that guy just because it shoots so fast. You're going to hit him with a few bullets, and next thing you know, he'll be down. So I ended up getting killed by a sniper, and I ended up spawning this helicopter because I think that he's going over to A. So I decide, alright, I'll hop in. So I end up spraying this chopper a little bit, basically just trying to ease off of B a little bit. And I noticed that we're getting locked on here in a second, so I abandon pretty much and end up going to try to cap A. Now, if you're on this map, these little containers right here, whatever they are perfect for capturing A. It's really hard for vehicles to get you, and infantry just walk right past you usually. So I end up sitting here, waiting it out, end up capping that, and later on I make my way over to B again, just because of course B is going to be your central focus point, especially for infantry in close quarters. So I end up going up here, trying to capture it. I'm wondering where all these guys are around me, just because I noticed my radar. They were probably underneath me. So I spray that guy, don't kill him. I mean, the MTAR it's good, but at medium range, you're playing with fire. I mean, you'll get guys, but you're not gonna get them every single time. So I get this next guy right over here. So I'll get him and I head upstairs. And as for my next part, I'm going to decide I'm going to go over and attack D. I'm mainly an objective player. I just think that that's the way the game is supposed to be played. I mean, I don't really try to go for kills. If the people are there, if you go and get the objective, people are going to come for you. That's the way it is. So I get this guy close range after I notice him in a bush, and I run out of ammo, so I pull out the Glock. I end up getting him. And I head back over to D to try to get this. I notice that there's a chopper up here, so I'm just not even going to try to mess with it. I'm just going to sit in the bushes, mainly because I'm at 4 health. Coming up right here, I noticed a bunch of infantry just landed, so I spray and pretty much try to get to cover in time. And I noticed a chopper, and I don't realize that the guy's on the side right there is trying to get the pilot. So I get the guy on the side, and I end up getting killed by one of the infantry guys I had spotted earlier. When I should have gone up into that building. That's like, honestly, the prime place for, especially when, later on in the levels, when the buildings start getting destroyed, you want to hide in those. You don't, that's like your ultimate advantage. So I end up spawning on D again, and I'm pretty much just trying to recap this. I end up taking out 2 guys right there. And notice, see right here, I go in and I just hide right here. If you're capping it, just hide. Don't worry, the enemies will come for you. There's no point in sitting out there trying to be Rambo. That is probably the #1 way I see just infantry guys get killed, is just them trying to be John Rambo, and they're going out and just trying to destroy people, then they get wrecked. So, pretty much do the same thing here with trying to cap this and hide in the debris. I'm pretty much just going to let the video play out, and you guys will pretty much see what I do. Hopefully you guys have learned something. I was actually thinking about putting up a Battlefield Hardline beta review to get my thoughts on that train wreck. No offense if you guys like it, that's cool and everything, but I think that it's a piece of garbage. So yeah, make sure to like, favorite, subscribe. This is Chris from A Squared Production, and I will talk to you guys soon.